Hi everyone, how are you? Hope you are all well, and I hope you've been having a good couple of weeks without me. Has it been quiet? Yeah, feels like I've been away forever, and the amount of texts I got from you guys saying, "When are you coming back?" Oh, and I was like, "Oh my God, you guys, can you cope without your coach for a couple of weeks?" Anyway, it's nice to be back. It was really nice going through the first load of check-ins today. Got through nearly half of you today. I'm sure the rest of you will be checking in throughout the rest of this week, but very excited to see how everyone else has been getting on. Some good progress has been made by quite a lot of people whilst I've been away, so smashed it. As you can see, I've got very blonde ends on my hair and a lot of regrowth, so I think I had a lot going on my hair from being away, and obviously a tan. Anyway, so it kind of got me inspired what to talk about with the webinar for this month. And it's all about summertime. Because this is now what, as personal trainers and online coaches, we see as this is coming to our quiet season where things start to dip. The reason for that is because everyone literally loses the motivation to work out. As soon as it gets hot and sunny, people just want to go to a pub garden, go to loads of barbecues, parties, weddings. Loads of things happen in the summer, and too right, we should enjoy it. So this is kind of a webinar, just me teaching you how to find that balance during this, what is my favorite season, summertime. Honestly, yeah, it is the best because you think about it, you're more sociable, you get out more, you do so much more fun activities, you're out in the sunshine, you go on holiday, all this kind of stuff. So it's a really good time of year. But how can we maintain some form of focus, but not feeling like it's too restrictive, regimented and stuff like that, but just finding that healthy balance for yourself? So the first one is very much what I talk about with pretty much all of you on a weekly basis, is finding that weekly balance. Okay, so a lot of you now are going to weddings, for example. The amount of check-ins I'm getting in that you're going to a wedding on a Friday or a Saturday, sometimes a Sunday. I went to one that was on a Tuesday once. What was that about? Anyway, so how do we find that focus? So this is when, I've talked about in the past that potentially calorie banking. When it comes to calorie banking, don't do it too extreme though, okay? I recommend people not going any lower than 100 calories less per day for what I've set for you. So say like you got 5 days per week where it's 1,600 calories, 2 days per week it's 1,800 calories. I wouldn't want you going any lower than 1,500 calories. Now, if you stuck to like 1,500 or 1,550, 5 days straight before you say go to this wedding, you're going to feel good. You're going to feel like you've had a really good focused week. You've got extra calories to then enjoy the wedding, have the best time, be sociable, don't think about food, don't think about the alcohol, just have a great time and get back to it then the next day once you're getting over your hangover. But just, do you see what I mean? Where it's finding that balance for that. Then on that, say like that Sunday where you are hungover, have that as maybe like a slightly higher calorie day. So like that 1,800 calorie day, you could do that, space it out, drink a shit ton of water. I'm talking, drinking 3 liters minimum, maybe even 4 liters that day. And you'll feel a lot better. Okay. And you start to maintain sort of that sort of medium again. But that keeps you on track, whatever your goal is, whether it's maintaining, building at the moment, whether you are on a fat loss journey, lots of different goals with you guys at the moment. So it's about finding that balanced focus. So we are a lot more sociable, like I said, but we're all still working. It's not like we just suddenly stopped working for like 4 months. We still got to earn our money. So during the working days, you've got 0 excuses. You can definitely still maintain some form of focus. Have some, keep yourself in terms of maybe food prepping Monday through to Friday. Then your weekends are a little bit more relaxed. That could be your way forward. With your workouts, fit those in. So then at the weekend, if you have got more events on, you can just go and enjoy yourself. Can't even get my words out today. Putting that structure in for yourself is going to maintain focus, it's going to maintain momentum, and it's just going to keep the progress happening. Okay, if we slack off, we start to then have that rippling effect. And when I say slack off, I mean continually eating shit throughout the weekdays, no focus, staying quite sedentary, just not doing hardly anything. Whereas at the moment now, was it next month? We've got the longest day of the year coming up. So we've got a lot of daylight. So getting up early is a little bit easier at the moment. So I would say, can you set your alarm for 6 instead? Get out for a morning run or going to the gym. Then if it's a really hot day, you've got it over and done with before it gets hot. You know, if you're working out at home, your house won't be as hot at that time. If you go to the gym, they're going to be nice and air conditioned, but also you don't feel like you're wasting that beautiful weather when you're sat inside in a gym. You can just get it done in the morning, and then you have the rest of your day. So you go to work, say like you finished at 4 or 5, the sun's still up high. You can then go out for an afternoon, evening walk, go and sit in your garden, keeping that focus. Now, notice when I said the evening walk, keep that up. You will love that, watching things like sunsets, enjoying that late afternoon sun where it's still hot. Get out there and enjoy it. That's another form of activity. That's still increasing your TDEE on a daily basis. So thermal dynamic effect, energy expenditure. Did I get that right? I am the PT, I should remember that. Anyway, so doing that, it's lovely. I'm most certainly going to get into that, because at the moment, especially with the jet lag, we've got Harry's going to bed a lot later. So I'm walking him in the evenings from now on, because it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be lovely. Cools his body temperature down, makes him sleep better at night. And I get to enjoy the evening sunshine. What's not to love? So start putting in like little habits like that. Do you live by the sea or by water? Could you do things like paddleboarding in the evenings when you've been stuck in the office all day? Could you do, just something that's fun, that gets you out in the sun but keeps you active? Things like that. That is great, and you're going to enjoy it, and you're going to feel so like motivated and so energized from it. So have a think about that. Now, I know quite a few of you who are in the team live in warmer climates than the UK. So, for example, those of you who are in Spain at the moment, is definitely getting hot there already. So you're better off getting up really early in the morning and getting your gym sessions in before you go about your day, because you're wanting to just probably take it easy in the afternoons, because once the weather gets into like the high 30s and stuff, my God, is it hot? You're already working out in that. So again, early starts for you. Now, I have got a couple of you who are obviously on the other side of the planet, and you're going into winter. So what I would advise is I did a webinar quite a few months ago about, what was it called? Winter's coming. Have a listen to that. I talk about how to stay motivated during the winter time when it's darker for you, and how to just maintain that structure for yourself and maintain some focus and keep happier as well, because obviously you're going to have less daylight. So things like what I've said in that webinar, have a look into it and have a listen. Drinks in the sun, okay? We're all going to do it. We're all going to go to the pub. We're all going to have lovely barbecues and stuff like that. My advice, and I'm going to, practice what I preach here, because I've just been on an all-inclusive holiday. So I think I drank from 10 o'clock in the morning till 9 o'clock at night. I need a detox from that. Anyway, drinks in the sun is going to happen, but can you try to keep it to the weekends? Can you try and maintain that kind of focus? Because now it's getting warmer, dehydration is likely to happen. So we need to be increasing our fluid intake, not just alcohol, even though I love it and it's fun. More water. Try and drink 3 litres, maybe even when you've had a really hot and sweaty day, 4 litres. Okay, it's going to make a huge difference. You're going to feel amazing. Get yourself one of these reusable bottles. This one's 750 ml. I definitely fill that up a fair few times in the day. Keep that up, that will help. But yeah, drinks in the sun. Don't stop yourself from having a social life and enjoying your pub gardens and stuff like that this summer. Go out and enjoy it, guys. Like I say, maintain that focus during the weekdays. If you need to calorie bank because you're going out the weekend, do so. If you then had a busy weekend that wasn't planned and it was heavy drinking and stuff, then maybe you need to think about, okay, I need to just rein it in for the next few days after I've just had a bit of a heavy weekend. Let's go drop my calories down just by that 100 calories less than what I normally have during the weekdays. And then we've maintained that focus again. Do you see what I mean? It's going to help you, okay? And you get to enjoy yourself and have that balanced life. I said earlier, utilize the daylight, okay? It's at a massive advantage for us right now. So let's just make the most of it. Get out in that daylight as much as we possibly can. It's going to make it a lot easier for us to get up early, like I said. So these early morning runs, walks, whatever it is you want to do, gym sessions, do it. Use it to your advantage. You're more likely to feel more motivated when you see that sun is up. Sunrise is at 5 a.m. I think right now. Before we know it, it's going to be 4 a.m. So not saying get up at 4. I'm not saying that. But early starts are going to be a lot easier for you. So yeah, use it to your advantage massively. Okay. And I talked about hydration. As you can tell, I'm reading my list to make sure I don't forget anything. The other thing is with barbecue season, which I love, actually, I personally find that I eat a lot lighter in the summer. I think it's down to I just don't like as stodgy meals, things that are just sitting in me when so like, for example, I love a roast dinner, but I find it sits on me during the summer. It's the last thing I want. I find that we have a lot more barbecues, so there's a great advantage here where you can have excellent protein sources here. Cover it in really nice low calorie like marinades, cover it in nice load of spices, get some good relishes, maybe some salsa. Oh my god, salsa, by the way, salsa is amazing. It is ridiculously low in calories, really high in flavor. It's amazing on top of barbecue chicken, okay, with a salad. Amazing. So the other wonderful thing is salads, okay? Volume, okay? I'm not saying like you have to eat like a rabbit. I'm not saying that at all, but it's amazing for volume and color on your plate. Can add all sorts of things from olives, peppers, cucumber, radishes if you like them, all kinds of different things, different types of like leaves. Again, actually, I prefer spinach and iceberg lettuce mixed together. Some people just like to get the crunchy salads. Put as much color into your plate. You'll be amazed. You'll eat like a huge salad with a big load of protein on it. Like, you know, I'm talking quite a bit of meat and stuff. And you'll be like, you know what? The calories weren't bad in that. And it tasted absolutely banging. Do things like a low calorie eat mess for your desserts. Because I got sweet tooth. I have to have a dessert every night. So eat mess is my favorite. So you could do it with a Greek yogurt, low calorie yogurt, a protein yogurt. You could do it with like a low calorie cream if you really want to, and then do it with a meringue nest, which is only 50 calories, lots of berries, really low in calories. Strawberries, oh my god, we're coming into strawberry season. Yes, I love strawberries. They are incredibly low in calories, high in volume, high in fiber, taste banging, and apparently they clean your teeth. I read that somewhere. Don't know if that's right or not, but that's what I read. Fun fact. I don't know if that's true, no. Don't quote me on that. Cool. So we got that and lots of fruit. Okay. Lots and lots of fruit. This is a great time to eat lots of fruit and veggies in a nice way and keep like nice, cool stuff to have. Also, when it comes to cold drinks and low calorie cold drinks. So I personally don't have a problem with a fizzy canned drink a day. I don't see the harm in it. I love a Diet Coke. Well, I prefer Coke Zero. I'd like that, or a lemonade. Tonic water. Well, you know, slimline preferably, and then add in a load of, you know, garnish to it so it tastes great. I just say if you can, try and select like the lower calorie options. But what I would say is try and keep your water intake high, because fizzy drinks are known to dehydrate you. Okay, so just maintain a decent amount of water in your diet. The other thing is like we all love things like milkshakes and stuff like that in the summer. It's that kind of weather, or smoothies. Do them where they're homemade. You know what's going into them. All of these brands like Naked, for example, and Innocent, they're great, don't get me wrong, and they've got lots of goodies in them, like lots of natural ingredients and stuff, but the calorie intake on them is really high. The big bottles of Naked, for example, you don't even want to know what calories are in those. when you could just make it yourself at home. You could make something like, even as something as simple as like a banana milkshake. You could get skimmed milk or soy milk, a banana. You could then get flavor drops from My Protein or the Protein Works, loads of other websites. Put that in, put it in a blender. You can even have protein shake if you want to. So you then boost your protein and you've got yourself a delicious milkshake. You could do Nesquik with skimmed milk, things like that. Have a look at the alternatives. Don't go straight for the bottled stuff that's going to be really high. Now, also with bottled, sound like I'm chopping and changing, was that there are protein drinks out there. Now, some of them are okay, but some of them are so high in calories and they're tiny little bottles. Have a look at the ingredients and kind of go, could I make that myself at home? Would it also be more environmentally friendly if I made it at home? Who knows? So have a think about all of that, guys. I think it does make a big difference, but you still hit that sort of spot, if you know what I mean. So summer's day, you're like, I had a nice smoothie and it was only like 150 calories, something like that. Just have a look into it. Or like I say, make yourself an amazing protein shake. The other thing is ice creams. Oh my God, ice cream weather. God, my hair is so bad. Ice cream weather. Well, I'll show you how white the ends are. Look how bad it is. My God. I need to go and see my hairdresser. Is that ice creams. Okay, so I again would say, look, if you want to have Ben and Jerry's, have it, but just understand that the calories in them are high. I remember looking at the vegan Ben and Jerry's years ago where it was a cookie dough one, and the whole tub was 1,400 calories. Quite high, in fact, very high. So you can either do it where you learn to have portion control and go by like the recommended dosage, serving portion amount, or could you swap it for a low calorie ice cream like the Halo Top ones? You've got Jude's, they do low calorie options. And then for those who are vegan or plant-based, should I say, there's like Raw, I think it's called. And I believe Alpro ones, they can be quite low in calories. But also Halo in the past have done vegan options as well. And the whole tub is 300 calories. You could do that, and then, you know, just have a look at maybe where you could change that. Could you make your own ice cream? That's another alternative. Could you make your own high protein flavored ice creams, mix it up in a blender at home, put it into a tub, put it in the freezer? Think about it. Think about how you could do it. Maybe I'll look into some ingredients myself. And lollies, ice lollies. Okay, there's a lot out there that are very low calories, to be honest. There's lots and lots of options, even things like what was it, the rocket ones, they're actually quite low in calories. So you could have that. You could do like the real juice ones, so they're not as bad, but they're still going to have quite, that granted, like the real juice ones, they are natural sugars, so obviously it's not terrible for you, but it's just going to have that little bit of extra calories. You could even think about making your own ones at home. So one girl last year, I'm not sure if you tried it, from My Protein and My Vegan, they do the clear protein where it's the drinks, which are like a squash. One of the girls, she just literally put it into an ice lolly maker, made herself ice lollies with it. What a genius idea is that? So I might get the one that, is there like, I believe there's a watermelon flavour. I might try that. And I reckon the lemon and lime one would be really refreshing on a hot day. In ice lolly, other things is that I know in Aldi, they do the coconut milk ones. It's just pure coconut milk. And they weren't that many calories. I think it was something like, I want to say 75 calories. I might be wrong, but I remember it not being particularly high. So have a look into that. All these options that you can have where you're hitting that spot, but it's not going to have a detrimental effect, as they say. And with your barbecues, enjoy them. Chuck a load of volume on there. Chuck on a load of protein sources. I feel this is the easiest season to hit protein targets purely because of the types of foods you'll be eating. That is just how I feel. But everyone's different. The other thing I want to talk about is, because it's now summer, most of us go on holiday you might get some form of element of jet lag and tiredness. So for example, obviously I got back from Jamaica yesterday, hence why I look a state right now. I have showered, I promise. My hair is horrendous. Anyway, so jet lag. At the moment, my body clock is 6 hours behind. So the only way that I'm going to be able to get out of this is that I'm going to have to put in a routine straight away. So that to me is set an alarm for a decent time in the morning. I'm not talking about making mine like 6 a.m. at the moment, because there's no way I could physically do that. And also I have an 18-month-old who is really suffering with his jet lag right now. So I have to be realistic. So we're getting up about 7:30, 8 for a little while. And then I'm going to slowly make it earlier. Okay, the reason I have that advantage, I can do that because I work for myself. So I can make my own work routine that works around us. For those of you who are not like me, but you don't have children, I would say it is hard getting back into it. The first few days, getting over the jet lag, getting up early is the hardest part. If you push yourself to get back into that routine, I'm not saying go straight back into working out, but getting the habits of sleeping well, you will thank me and thank yourself in the long run. You will feel a lot better a week after your holiday. You'll feel human again. You'll be able to train well. So for example, today I went to the gym and I trained like shit. It was awful. I was lifting half the amount of what I can normally do. And I was like, pfft. But I remembered it's been nearly 3 weeks since I picked up a barbell, and I didn't get much sleep last night. There was a thunderstorm and I dealt with jet lag toddler, and there was loads of things. My body, I went to the gym at 10 o'clock. My body was saying it was 4 o'clock in the morning. So just take it one step at a time for you, okay? More set that routine for yourself first of all, and then start to introduce like your gym sessions and stuff like that. Again, it will fall into place, but the deal with dealing with jet lag is you have to set yourself routine straight away. If you don't, your jet lag will last longer and it will be a lot harder to get over. I learned it the hard way from being cabin crew for years, and you suffer with jet lag a lot. And especially if you constantly were going west, going to America, Canada, South America, if you were doing that constantly, which I did most of the time, and you do suffer with it. So I had to maintain a form of, I had to have structure in my life to get over it and to feel fine with it. So I prioritized sleep. Okay, sleep was the most important thing. Put myself in a routine with that. And then when I've had sufficient sleep, I then work out. So then those two go in together. So if you sleep well and then you train well, you then sleep well again, and it goes around in a circle. It keeps going. So that is your best way to get over it, and start eating a little bit better as well. So yeah, Jamaica, I ate a lot of shit. So I feel like I'm like triple chin right now, just from the indulgence. So we've got the fridge full of like lean meats again, and loads of vegetables and fruit in the house, because I know it will make me feel better. Okay, so have a think about that. I hope it's giving you a little bit of inspiration coming into summertime. But yeah, we've got a lot to look forward to this summer. So obviously we know that we've now got, how long? We've got June, July. So we've got 2.5 months until the next team photo shoot. So you will start seeing emails from me very shortly about it. It's going to be getting it organized in terms of when payments. I'll start taking payments from people very soon. Mac has spoken to me just before I went away, saying that he would like to join in on a webinar with all of you guys who are going to do the photo shoot, because he wants to get to know you. He wants to tell you all about how it goes, what his style's like, what to expect with him. He wants you to feel really comfortable and excited for us. You guys are going to love him. Honestly, like I said before, he is my favorite photographer. He is great fun. He's incredibly talented. So I'm absolutely psyched for you guys to meet him. Yeah, it's going to be a big one, this one, even bigger than the last one. So this is really, really exciting. The other thing is that I do want to sort out t-shirts, because a lot of you, this is actually a prototype. This logo is actually a little bit too high. It needs to be further down. I am going to get onto that. Now, with the t-shirts, I'm looking at selling mediums and large. I'm mainly going to get in a load of mediums first of all and sell those. I still need to work out the pricings and how much to charge you for postage and stuff like that. It's a lot for me to figure out. It's actually a lot more complicated than it sounds. So I am on it because I know there's a lot of you that want them. So I need to work out how much it's going to cost you for all of it. And then I could get ordering, get them in. Please also bear in mind, this is my first time doing this, that it's probably going to take a little bit longer than normal for you to receive a t-shirt, because I've never done this before. Okay, I don't know the full process, and it's kind of like I don't know what to expect. So yes, but I do want to do it. You guys are really into it. I've even had people saying, oh, I want you to make hoodies, a hat, a bag, and I was like, oh my god, guys, I'm not a bank. But maybe for the winter time, I'll look at making hoodies or something like that. If the t-shirts go, are a hit, then I'll look into it. But we'll see how we get on. Anyway, just thought I would show my face, show I am back. Desperately needing to get my hair done and probably go and top up the tan tomorrow if it's nice weather. So guys, I look forward to seeing the rest of your check-ins this week, and I'll see you all soon. Take it easy.